Robots just held their own Olympics in China, and half of them faceplanted. At the same time, Silicon Valley poured nearly $500 million into a so-called universal robot brain. Biotech companies are claiming their robot arms can slash cancer treatment costs, and the Navy is building drone speedboats that outrun jet skis. Yeah, robotics just had a week. Equal parts genius, chaos, and memes waiting to happen. Most people think of robots as factory arms, or maybe that sad Roomba stuck under your couch. But this past week showed something different. Robots aren't just in labs anymore. They're stepping into stadiums, hospitals, and battlefields. And the gap between hype and reality is where it gets really interesting. Field AI raised over $400 million to build what's basically Android, but for robots. Instead of every company coding its own control system, you'd have one shared brain running everything: warehouse bots, delivery bots, humanoid assistants. Investors now value it at almost $2 billion. Cool idea. But if one OS controls most robots, what happens when it crashes? Blue screen of death, except with forklift arms. Serve Robotics, those little sidewalk delivery bots, just acquired Vayu Robotics. The goal? Inject smarter AI models so these things don't freeze at a stop sign like a confused intern. Imagine your burrito still shows up hot, even if a marching band blocks the crosswalk. Reliability is the new feature. Multiply Labs announced their robots can cut the cost of cell therapy production by 74%. Cell therapies are some of the most promising and insanely expensive cancer treatments. Normally, they require highly trained humans in clean labs, moving cells step by step. Multiply replaces that with automated robotic platforms that can run non-stop. If this scales, it doesn't just lower costs. It could make cutting-edge treatments widely accessible. That's not just a tech upgrade. That's public health impact. And then the spectacle. Beijing hosted the first World Humanoid Robot Games. 500 robots, 16 countries, competing in football, kung fu, table tennis, even a 100-meter sprint. The fastest robot? Tiangong Ultra. It ran 100 meters in 21.5 seconds. Still slower than your high school gym teacher. But 2 years ago, most humanoids could barely walk without looking like toddlers on ice. Of course, half the footage looks like a blooper reel of robots tripping over themselves. It's hilarious, and it's a reminder that real-world robotics is brutally hard. Meanwhile, the military went full James Bond. The UK Navy tested the K3 Scout, a 60-mile-per-hour unmanned speedboat with modular payloads. Germany launched a company called Kraken to focus entirely on unmanned naval vessels. Translation: drone wars are moving from the sky to the ocean. Sounds cool until you realize autonomous boats don't need a crew, but they still need someone to decide when or if they fire. That's where things get messy. So yeah, in 1 week, robots ran races, wiped out in front of crowds, raised billions, promised to cure cancer, and started speeding across oceans. It's hilarious, it's impressive, and it's just a little terrifying. The robot future isn't on the horizon anymore. It's already docking in the present. Subscribe before the robots do it for you, or at least before one of them shows up at your door with a burrito.